Good morning. I hope that you have enjoyed the devotions this week. It is so wonderful now to be fully staffed and have Rob and Hannah on board. So you're getting to know everybody on the staff: Paul, Rob, Hannah, Michelle, and myself. And I hope that these devotions are helping you as you go through each day. Today, as I want to look at Matthew chapter 18, verses 15 through 20. And that's the part that talks about reproving another person who sins. And it's where it says to gather together, and if the member refuses to listen, then tell it to the church. And it goes through all the rules of bringing biblical correction to someone who is outside of the community. But as Christians, we are called to be reconciled to one another. We're not supposed to have division and diversity among us. We're called to unity, which is kind of a theme that I've been preaching lately. Maybe you've noticed that. But a large part of the lack of reconciliation is the fact that we look at what others say or do as if it's an attack on us. I think we see that in the world a lot today. When somebody believes one thing, well, that's an attack, an affront to me and what I believe. Rather than understanding that people can have different ideas and still be reconciled in Christ and still be one with each other. I can remember, and I've shared this in a sermon before, and I'll just share it with you today, that when my girls were young, if anybody was whispering in their classroom or they weren't a part of a conversation, the immediate idea is that those girls were talking about me, and my girls didn't like that. And early on in their lives, I just developed this concept. I don't know if I got it from somewhere else. I don't recall that, but I told them, we don't need to look to be offended. We need to look in love and to realize that people aren't trying to necessarily break a relationship with us. When it does happen, then obviously we need to go to them in love. We need to confess our sin, ask them to confess theirs, and find a way to be reconciled. Because we are called to be together. And if someone has something against me or I have something against someone else, then we need to have that loving conversation to bring unification. And if all else fails, we need to gather together in a group and talk things out. So as we come today, I want to ask you to think about that, maybe in a little bit of a guided meditation. Just be comfortable and relax, take some deep breaths, and give thanks to God for how He's reconciled you to Himself through the power of Jesus Christ. And as we do that, think of ways in which we can reconcile ourselves to others and not look to be offended, but look to be united together in Christ. God bless you and have a great day.